Okay, hello everyone. So today I'm going to use one of our tales from our book in our comprehension. Now, our comprehension is only going to be from the first page of this book, and I'll put a copy of the text uploaded so that you've got that. But I'm going to read the whole story, so you've got the whole story. But the questions are only on the first page. Okay, so this story is called The Turtle's Shell. The Turtle Shell, and this comes from a small island called Papua New Guinea, which is just above. If I can set this up here. If you see Australia there, Papua New Guinea is this island, just above Australia there. So it's nearby where our boomerang story comes from, and New Zealand, where the Kiwi story came from, is just down here. So all these tales are coming from round near Australia. Okay, so this one is called The Turtle Shell. Let me, find that. There's our boomerang one. Okay. The Turtle Shell. Wagtail was on his way to Hornbill's summer party. All of the birds were invited. They would dance and sing and make merry for days. But what did Wagtail spy as he flew over Hornbill's orchard? What was scurrying around, dodging slyly from tree to tree? Why, it was Turtle, stealing mangoes. "Stop! Thief, stop!" Wagtail chirped. Other birds swooped in to help catch the thief. Hornbill was the most powerful bird in the rainforest, and they all wanted to impress him. In those days, Turtle didn't have a shell on his back, so the sight of all those sharp beaks bearing down on him was terrifying. He started running. Poor Turtle! Stumpy legs were no match for feathered wings. Before he'd even reached the orchard gate, he was surrounded by screeching, squawking, pecking beaks. They tied him up with creepers and dragged him, struggling and squirming, to the front of Hornbill. The great bird glared at Turtle with beady eyes. "Take the thief to the other end of the orchard. I don't want to see his sorry face while I'm eating. We'll deal with him after the feast. He will be tonight's evening entertainment." The birds dragged Turtle to the other end of the orchard and lashed him to a tree. The poor thing hadn't eaten but a few mangoes all day, and the smell of food on the fire made his mouth water. He was not alone in his hunger. 3 young hornbills were peeping through the trees, eager to catch a glimpse of the party. "I think they've put the plantains on to roast on the fire. I wish we could have some. They're having guavas and mangoes too." Turtle smiled back at the little birds. "Doesn't your papa want to go to the feast?" "No, he says we're too young. The summer celebration is for grown-ups only. We must stay out of the way until the dancing's over." "Well, that doesn't sound fair," said Turtle. "They're having drummers too," one of the young hornbills said with a sigh, "but we won't be able to see them from here." "You like dancing, I take it?" asked the Turtle. "We do, all 3 of us." "I'm considered a very good dancer, if I do say so myself," said the Turtle. "In fact, I teach all of the little turtles how to dance." The 3 hornbills looked him up and down. The Turtle seemed a little bit old and a little bit too plump to be a dancer. "Do you?" they questioned. "Untie me and I'll show you a great dance." The little hornbills looked at one another. Papa was feasting at the other end of the orchard. He would never find out what they'd done. Eagerly, they pecked at the creepers with their beaks until the plants lay in shreds on the ground. "Go on, Mr. Turtle, teach us a dance." The Turtle thought for a second. He'd tricked the young hornbills into freeing him, but he still had to venture past the party if he wanted to escape, and that meant facing those birds' razor-like beaks and claws again. He'd need suitable protection. "We can't dance without dressing up," he said to the young hornbills. "It wouldn't be any fun." "Okay, but we don't have any costumes. What are we going to do?" "Make our own, of course. We could use all kinds of things." The young hornbills looked round them. "What kinds of things?" "Anything. That big gourd on the ground over there, for example. Tie it to my back and it will look like a warrior's shield." The hornbills flapped their wings with joy. "Oh yes, a warrior's shield. How clever!" They used the remains of the creeper to secure the gourd to the turtle's back, and the turtle started dancing and whirling on 2 feet, clapping his front legs together, winking and grinning. Then he made a dash for it. It took only a moment for the young hornbills to realise they'd been tricked. "Dad! Dad! Turtle has escaped!" Hearing their screeching, Hornbill looked up from his food and squawked an order. A cloud of angry birds took to the air, fanning out over the orchard like a rain cloud heavy with a storm. Wagtail spied Turtle running among the guava trees. "There he is! There's the thief!" Once more the snapping beaks and raking claws descended on Turtle, but this time he was not such easy prey. This time his back was covered. Sweating in the summer heat, Turtle made it safely out of the orchard to the shore beyond. He plunged beneath the waves and out of the birds' reach. The birds squawked angrily. They'd never seen Turtle in the ocean before. They'd never expected him to dive into the water, and now he'd given them the slip. But wait until he came back to land, then they'd show him. Deep beneath the waves, Turtle stretched his tired legs, and he felt weightless in the water, as if he was young again. The water felt cool on his skin. He decided to make the ocean his home, and he never took the gourd off his back either. It was the perfect armour against hungry beasts. That's why, even today, turtles wear thick protective shells on their back. And that is the end of that story. You might have noticed that story is another one of our Just So stories. Okay? Thinking about, obviously, the turtle starting off without a shell, but something's happened in that story that's made him change, and he's now, like we see them today. Obviously today we see turtles all the time with shells, but that Just So story would be something that's told because people wouldn't have known in history why turtles had shells, so they'd make up stories like that. Okay, really good one as a bit of inspiration for our English as well. I'll keep putting those Just So stories up as we go through. There's lots online, okay, as you see them on YouTube. Hope you enjoyed that, and like I said, have a look at the questions on Shavy for your comprehension. Take care and speak to you all soon.